Welcome back to the No State Project, where we're sticking it to the man one show at a time. Want everyone to remember, February 26th, McAllen, Texas. I know you're saying McAllen, Texas, but we had a great time, some great people. They're really getting active out there. We're going to be challenging JT Marciano's property taxes. So we'll...
Awesome.
So, yeah, looking forward to that. So that's going to be a lot of fun. So February 26, 2011, a month away from today. Remember, we're going to be doing a workshop on dealing with tyrants. We're going to be emphasizing court stuff, but it really is for any situation where a bureaucrat is attacking you and trying to claim that, they own you and you're obligated to them. So Put that date down on the calendar, February 26, 2011, McAllen, Texas, rgvnostate.com. That's rgvnostate.com to set it up. If you go to my website, markstevens.net, Mark with a C, Stevens with a V, just scroll down. We go through a lot of the stuff that we're going to be going through. And there's a great phone call on there, too, with some audio that you want to check out. I want to bring up to the show a guy who does a tremendous amount of work behind the scenes. Really appreciate it. And he's got some cool info for us today, some civil disobedience. So I want to welcome back to the show, Calvin.
Hey, Mark. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, glad to have you back. So what's going on today?
Well, I figured I might as well throw my hat in the ring here and throw in on some civil disobedience. And today, well, let me first by preface saying that here in Missouri, when the IRS accuses us of being taxpayers, we like for them to show us here in the Show Me State where they factually derive that conclusion from, that we are, in fact, taxpayers. And since no bureaucrat that I've ever heard has been responsive to that, I figured I'd give my neighbors a bit of advice this tax season since it's kicked off this January. And what we ended up doing was we went to a fairly busy intersection here in one of the surrounding towns, and we got one of those paying taxes stickers, and we put it on a stop sign, so when you're looking at it, it's advising every person who's obeying the law and stopping at that stop sign to disobey the law and stop paying taxes as well.
Very nice. Excellent. And so even if they don't notice it, I think it's subliminal.
Yeah, absolutely. It'll get embedded in the subconscious.
Nice way.
Let's hope so. Monkey see, monkey do. And we have this on video, so I suppose that will be posted, and we can hopefully have viewers see that, and maybe some of these people who seen this or in turn see the video take some advice, maybe second guess why they're letting themselves be robbed from every April 20th.
April 15th.
Oh, I wouldn't know. It's been a little while.
You're thinking of 420.
That's right. There it is.
Well, I must admit that there was in fact two instances of civil disobedience and introduction of the Keeniaxer in Free Keene, and in tribute to Ian Freeman, we on the 420 Central Standard Time on your call toked in tribute to Ian Freeman.
Well, there you go. All right. Appreciate that. A little more civil disobedience. We can always use a bit of that. And that's really, to bring it about a voluntary society, that is really the biggest tool we have is just not complying with them anymore. The only reason why they're getting away with what they're doing is because people comply. So it seems pretty obvious that if we want to get to a voluntary society, we have to stop doing what it is that empowers this minority who call themselves government to get away with what they're doing.
Stop participating. Stop breathing life into the monster.
Well, like it said many times on the show, too, it's absurd to ask permission for your freedom. I think as long as you're not hurting anyone and you're pursuing your own happiness, which is, to our founding fathers, an inherent right that they sought to be important. Unfortunately, they were not as consistent with protecting us with it by bringing monopolies to provide such protection. But it's a value that should be followed through on, and it's insane to think that you need permission to live your life freely and consensually and voluntarily.
Well, absolutely. Because there was something on the forum where there was kind of a thing going back and forth where it was posted about when we spoke in the first couple segments with Pete with Liberty on Tour, and there was somebody quoted from FSK's Guide to Reality, which is fskrealityguide.blogspot.com, and it had to do with what happened to Pete. And so the argument back and forth about, why waste time not complying with stupid laws like not taking your hat off, as opposed to a big one where, like with not paying taxes. So I'll throw my hat in the ring again, so to speak. Nobody should pay taxes at all, period. Do whatever you can to eliminate the paper trail and don't pay these bastards. So that we'll just get that out of the way there. I think that, to me, it depends on the individual, what you're trying to achieve and what risk you're willing to take. Some of us are not willing to take certain risks. Most people aren't willing to get on the radio and on a regular basis, like I do, advise people and make suggestions that they don't comply with the tax code, whether it's the Internal Revenue Code or state tax code. It doesn't matter. Something just hit my house. I know I'm talking about not paying taxes, and my house just got hit by something. What the hell is going on here? Anyway.
Maybe they're measuring you for the artillery barrage is about to start.
Maybe. It's not that fortified, guys, so take it easy here. But I think that you demonstrate a lot, though, when you look at not complying with stupid laws, because just like when Dan went fishing, we had that video on the website. It's stupid to put people in jail for fishing without a license. All he's doing is fishing. He's not hurting anybody. So to me, the nonviolent non-cooperation in both areas is going to accomplish what we need to accomplish.
Well, up my way, it's even crazier. The so-called DNR, I just found out as somebody that I work with, got charged with a misdemeanor for using a particular kind of minnow in a particular lake. And the DNR officer said, you're lucky. I could take your car, your fishing poles, your ice house, everything. Being charged with a misdemeanor.
Well, I can't. It's just like when a cop, when I got my last traffic ticket because somebody hit me and I got a ticket for no driver's license, and he says to me, I'm not going to be a jerk and arrest you in front of your family like this. I said, you're still being a jerk, giving me a ticket at all.
Exactly.
Get a load of this guy. Yeah, I did have the pleasure of destroying him and having him declared incompetent in front of all his friends. But still, if you don't want to be a jerk, how about this? Go home or get a real job. But I think instead of arguing among ourselves on the forum, which is kind of what happened, and I'm glad we're getting dialogue on it, but I don't think we should be slinging mud or saying that this is a bad, this is a stupid law. All he did was make himself look bad. I think what Pete did was clearly demonstrate who the offensive people are. And
absolutely, yeah. Well, he's sitting there minding his own business.
Yeah, it's just that to me, yes, as voluntarists or anarchists or agorists, we get it. We don't need – Pete's not doing that to prove anything to me or you or Calvin or Ian Freeman or anyone else. They're doing it to show the inherent violence in the system to people who still believe in the system. So I think it's wrong to say, we know what the problem is. Yeah, we do. But this is showing people who still believe in the system. Who knows? Maybe Burke is seeing this, and the guy who calls himself Judge Burke with that stupid porn mustache of his. Maybe he's going to see something like and say, "Oh gosh, we really overdid it that time." Who knows?
The only thing that could have been better about that.
It's all violence with smoke and mirrors, and anymore these days, it's become easier and easier to point that out. And after this is just so exposed, like on your website, you have the Call of Shame now, where people could just see how you could just peel this onion back and just expose the violence rather easily. And it's going to be only after a certain amount of time where people aren't just going to be willing to put up with it, and they're going to stop. They're going to stop obeying the big laws just as easily as they're going to stop obeying the small laws like they are now, such as rolling through a stoplight or something petty or going 10 over to get somewhere, a little quick, of course, safely without harming anyone.
Well, yeah, and the participating in the daily 420, things like this, or maybe just like I did was just, buy it with intent to distribute. The thing is, it's baby steps. Some of us have to take baby steps. And so not everybody is willing to step to the plate and publicly, talk to people about not paying taxes. So maybe it's not taking your hat off. Maybe some other people are not going to, they'll do something, or maybe they won't collect a sales tax on an online business. I don't think we should be slinging mud at somebody who's engaging in nonviolent non-cooperation. Anyway, thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate it. My name is Mark Stevens. This is the No State Project, live here on LRN.FM. Remember, if government, they're just a group of men and women providing a service at the barrel of a gun. If they're looking to protect your life, liberty, property, then damn it, they wouldn't be the first ones looking to take it. Until next week, which we probably will have Larrick and Rose on, so I'll let everyone know about that. But till then, l'chaim.